Hello, yogis, and welcome to another yoga class, Gentle Yoga with Sharon. We're in the new moon energy right now. We have the eclipse happening today, actually, and a lot of energy going along. And I did not even realize this because I set out to make this a new moon practice during the week before, after the new moon. And I realized how many of these poses, how many of these asanas that I brought in today they're hip openers, but they're also, they help unblock the second chakra, the sacral chakra, which sits just below the belly button, goes down into the pelvic area. So it's right in here. And a lot of times we can come unbalanced here. I know I do. Fear is one thing that can cause that. Also, not enough time for creativity and play, which I know I raise both hands to that right now. I am guilty of not allowing myself enough time for creativity and play. So I have been all out of sorts this week. I don't know if it was a new moon, I don't know if it's the eclipse coming, or I don't know if I've just reached a breaking point with that second chakra that I was feeling it, but this practice will help open, clear your second chakra. It's also bringing in the new moon energy. And with the new moon energy, it's a time to reflect on the past moon cycle. Do a little self-reflection. It's always a good thing. And then set an intention for this new moon cycle. So we are going to be talking a lot today about affirmations. So as we settle in, just take a few minutes to think of maybe some affirmations that you like. I always like to start mine with I am, and then I say an affirmation. But you can do it however you want. There's many ways to say an affirmation. I am ready for possibilities. I am open to opportunities. I am worthy. I am loved. I am light. Whatever is on your heart, my body serves me in all ways every day. Think of some affirmations as we're settling in to breathe. Also, grab blocks. You may find them handy today, and a blanket, and have that handy. And then just come onto your mat, have a seat. If you would like to sit up on a blanket, sometimes it's helpful. And I'm just going to find my space here with my sits bones. Sitting up straight, shoulders back and down. Hands can rest on your knees. Take a big breath all the way in. And sigh it out. Smile. You're here. This moment for yourself. We're just going to settle in. This practice today is going to be mostly slow and low, very grounding. That's what we need right now at this time. But we will be up. So go ahead and take these few breaths as a moment to reflect and come up with 2 or 3 affirmations that you might want to repeat throughout the practice. Give those affirmations some energy. So if you say an affirmation or think an affirmation such as I am worthy, Take a breath. Inhale and exhale. Notice the rise and fall of your chest. Notice the breath as it enters your body. All is well with you in this moment. Couple more breaths here. And seated. Core slightly engaged, protecting your lower back, keeping you upright. And so it is. Whatever was on your mind there, take a big inhale in. Blow it out. And change the cross of your legs. And we're going to begin Sufi grind. So just coming around as if we're a whirlywig, I don't know, grinding mortar and pestle. I said that right. Inhaling forward, exhaling back and around. You can close your eyes while you do this if it doesn't make you dizzy, or lower your gaze. You can make your circles big or small. Inhaling forward, exhaling back and around, always allowing the breath to move you. And then switch. Inhaling forward, going the other way, exhaling back and around. And one more round. And bring that to a close. I've got hair tickles on my nose. So we're going to twist, just kind of warming up our spine. So bringing your right hand over to your left knee, reaching up with your left hand, and just bringing it behind you. Just tint it behind you. Keep your shoulder down and look over your left shoulder. And take a breath. And then bring that left hand over, moving to your right knee. And with your right hand, come up and over to behind you. Tint it. Smile and take a breath. And bring it back to center. And then we're going to come over on all fours for cat cow. I think I need to change the name to cow cat because you start in cow and I always get them like I flip them. We're going to start in cow though. Well, we're going to start in tabletop position. Your fingers are wide, spread really wide. Hip width distance apart on your legs, stacking your knees on your hip points. Elbows shining forward, but not collapsing. Pressing away from your yoga mat. Head is looking down at your yoga mat. And when you're ready, lift the tailbone, lift the head, drop the belly into cow. And exhale. Tuck the tailbone, tuck the belly, tuck the chin into cat. Inhale up into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Slowly and mindfully. Inhaling into cow, feeling the stretch in the belly as it drops, and exhaling into cat, feeling the stretch across your back. Inhale into cow, exhale into cat. And last one. And then bring your knees as wide as your yoga mat. Bring your toes together and sink all the way back into child's pose. So you can come all the way down to your mat. If you would like, you can bring a block to your forehead and just come down a little ways. You need to put a towel right behind your knees. Sometimes that helps. If your knees are like, nope. Of course, in saying that, I do need to make my disclaimer. Use common sense when doing any kind of exercise. Listen to your body. If anything hurts, pinches, pulls, it's not about forcing into it. Just don't do that move and just relax into a pose that you can do and breathe. You're still doing good stuff for your body. So take a few breaths here in child's pose. Maybe say an affirmation or two. And then coming back up to all fours. Going knees, chest, chin, all the way down to your yoga mat for baby cobra. So our legs are zipped together. The tops of your feet are flush with your mat. Your hands are right by your shoulders. Forehead is facing down on your mat. And when you're ready, inhale up, just your head and your neck for baby cobra. And exhale back down. Pressing your hip bones, hip points, as if you're pressing them into your yoga mat. Inhaling up and exhale back down. Inhale up and exhale. Last one, inhale up and exhale. And you can come back up to tabletop. Tuck your toes, engage your core, and come on up to down dog. So, pressing away from your yoga mat with your palms, paddling out your feet, looking behind you, tailbone reaching towards the ceiling. As you're pushing away with your yoga mat, we're not collapsing down. Take a breath. And then walk to the front of your yoga mat. Or you can hop or step. And forward fold. If you want to adjust your feet a little bit wider, you can. Or you can keep them at hip width distance apart. Yogi's choice. Forward fold. Looking behind you. And if you have your blocks, sometimes it's nice to bring the ground up to our hands. And just looking behind you, but allow yourself to drop into it like you're a rag doll. Exhale. Inhale, slowly coming up. Slow, 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 ever so slowly. All the way up. Shrug your shoulders back. Lift your hands up in the air, your arms wide, palms come together, and back to heart center. And here, take a full inhale and a full exhale for pose of stillness. Take a big breath. Pause here, maybe one more breath. It's another good time to say an affirmation or two. And then from here, we inhale up and dive down, hinging at the hips all the way down. You can use your blocks or your mat. Plant your hands, step your left foot back. Make sure your hip width distance apart at least. And drop that left knee and come on up on your right knee. Rest, find your stability. Your back foot is flush with your yoga mat. And from here, inhale up, bring your hands up, slight back bend, smile and breathe, and exhale back down. You can grab your blocks here and just shift back. So we're going to just inch out with this front foot. So we're still up, toes are facing up. Just kind of lean forward towards those toes, like as if you're trying to bring but don't force it. Lean towards your toes with your nose, or the half split pose. Your poem for today. And then come back up to our low lunge. One more. Straighten that leg out. Toes towards the sky and lean forward. And here we're not collapsing all the way back. There's space between our calf and our thigh. And then come back to low lunge. Inhaling up. This is me. I am here and I am perfect, just as I am. And exhale back. So now we're going to do a very complicated move. It's called switch legs. So bring your right leg back. So we're kind of tabletop, and bring your left leg forward. Kind of make sure you're not on a tightrope. When you're ready, come on up. Find your stability. One side might be a little more wobbly than the other. Mine is. And when you're ready, inhale all the way up. And exhale back down. Kind of walk that front foot out a little bit. Toes towards the sky. Lean forward. As if you're moving your nose towards your toes. And then come back into a lunge. Inhaling up. Exhaling back down. And shifting back again. Toes up. Take a breath. And back to our low lunge. This is me. I am here and I am perfect, just as I am. And bring your hands back down. So from here, and we're going to put our blocks down, come back into child's pose. Knees as wide as your yoga mat. Sink on back. Bring your head all the way to your mat or your block or your blanket. You can even stack 2 blocks. And just take a couple of breaths here in child's pose. Say an affirmation or 2. And think about your intention. Your intention for this next cycle. It can even be something small, like I am going to decrease the creamer in my coffee. I actually did that. And now I drink it black. I didn't think it was possible, but I did a little bit at a time. So no matter how small the intention or how big, set your intention right now. Whatever you want to manifest in this next cycle. Couple more breaths. And then come back up to tabletop. You can set your blocks out of the way for right now, but keep them handy. And when you're ready, engage your core, tuck your toes. Want to step your hands out one more hand width. Lift up to down dog. Take a breath. Tailbone toward the sky, pushing away from your yoga mat. Step, hop, or jump to the front of your yoga mat. Forward fold, and then inhale all the way up. Sweep your arms out. Gather the energy, bring it in. Palms kiss together, and back to heart center. And take a full inhale and a full exhale. Go ahead and stand along the long edge of your mat because we're going to be doing some things on the long edge of our mat. So go ahead and do that. Feet are hip width distance apart. Shoulders back and down. Imagine you have roots growing down through your feet, through the earth. Feel the balls of your feet contacting your mat and your heels and the sides of your feet. You are stable and rooted. And come on up. Engage your thighs, engage your calves, your thighs, engage your root lock. So lifting up as if you're trying to stop going to the bathroom. Tuck your tailbone. That helps with that feeling. Engage your core right through here. Shrug your shoulders back. Bring your hands down in front of you. Your arms are also engaged. And you're looking straight ahead. You are a mountain. I am a mountain. I am strong every day in every way. Take a breath. And another breath. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. And relax. Shaking, qigong shake. Just bouncing. You don't even have to bounce off your feet. Just bouncing your body. You can bounce to the left, back to the center, and back to the right. Getting everything flowing. And then we're going to move into a wide-legged stance. So stepping one foot out, maybe inch over a little bit more with your other foot. So we're standing wide, tailbone is tucked, core is engaged. Your feet, kind of turn them in just slightly. So like if my toes kept going in a straight line, eventually that line would cross out there. Let's bring your hands to your hips. Engage your core. And we're going to halfway bend, hinging at the hips. Now here, if you have a chair or if you want to use your blocks, this is all you need to do. A little bit lower, or all the way down. It's not about getting down. It's about the fold. Exhale. Let it all out. Shake your head, yes. I am open to new possibilities. And shake your head, no. And then when you're ready, engage your core. Bring your hands to your hips and come on up slowly to standing. We have one more move before we're going down on our mat. So this time, turning your feet out. So as if your toes are pointing towards the corners of your mat. Tailbone is slightly tucked. Core is engaged. Hands up to your hips for stability. And then we're just going to track our knees over those toes, coming into a squat. But it's more of a straight up squat. We're just lowering our knees for goddess pose. And so from here, bring your arms out, cactus arms, palms facing forward, smile and breathe. And if you're open, I invite you to go a little lower, but stay right where you are, that's fine. A bit lower, inhale and smile. And then come all the way up. Bring your hands down. And we're going to head down to our mat. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Come on down to your mat. Put your blocks out of the way. So in seated, with your toes facing up, kind of rock back and forth and find your sits bones sitting up straight. You might want to put your hands out beside you to help you feel that. And with your shoulders back and down, we're not doing this. Looking straight ahead. Think, hinge at the hips, just as if we're doing a forward fold, and we're just going to hinge forward. Now this may be a very small movement for some, but that's fine. It's a small movement for me. It's not about going all the way to your toes. Go to your comfort level. Take a couple breaths here. Looking at your toes. And then come on back up and bring your left leg out and your right foot into that left thigh. And inhale all the way up. And exhale, again, hinging at the hips. And just walking forward to your comfort level. Foot is flexed, toes towards the ceiling. Take a breath. And then switch legs, this time with the right leg coming out, left foot coming in to the right thigh, inhaling up, exhaling, hinging at the hips as you walk your hands forward, keeping the shoulders away from the ears, toes towards the sky, smiling and breathing. Take a couple breaths here. And then coming all the way down to our mat. Then go ahead and bring one knee in. There's that sun. And then the other knee. And just kind of rock back and forth. And then dropping your feet to the mat. Bring your right foot across your left knee. Reach behind that left knee. And pull it forward towards you. Feet are flexed, so toes are still pointing to the sky. If you want a little bit more, you can kind of push gently on that right knee. A couple of breaths, and switch legs. This time the left foot comes over the right knee, reach behind the right thigh, keeping feet flexed. And just pull that gently towards you. Couple breaths. Bring your soles back down, soles of your feet back down to your mat. Knees are bent. Bring your arms out, Texas T style, and just allow your knees to fall to the left. And turn your head to look over your right shoulder. Now you're keeping your shoulders planted on your mat. Sometimes it's helpful to have a block to rest your knee on. You can do that. And take a couple breaths here in supine twist. And then take it to the other side. This time allowing the knees to fall to the right. You can use a block there if you choose, and looking over your left shoulder, smiling and breathing. and back to center. Now we'll move into happy baby, which is just laying back and grabbing your ankles with your hands as a baby would do when they're playing with their feet. And just like push against your hands, like try to straighten your legs and rock back and forth. This is a very playful and fun thing to do. You just remind yourself to be the kid. Be a kid every day. Be a kid. Be a happy baby. When that feels complete for you, we're going to settle into our Shavasana. So just allowing your feet to fall away naturally. Relaxing your toes. Relax your feet. Relax your legs. Relax your belly. Your chest. Across your chest, your shoulders. Bring your hands up and just smooth your forehead. Smooth your face. Draw little circles on your temple one way and the other. Draw little circles on your head one way and then the other. Behind the ears. And relax your head, your eyes, your face. Relax your arms, your wrists, your fingers. Here is a great time to just be, breathe, and focus on your intention. Say your affirmations. It's a great time to meditate. I am peace. I am peace. I am peace. We'll be here about 3 minutes. Set your mind free. You can wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, wiggle your feet and your hands. Begin to come back to me. Or you can stay in Shavasana. Just turn me off. Let her open your eyes. Think of one thing right now in this moment you're grateful for. Where I am grateful for this beautiful weather. Spring. There's little tiny flowers around here. I don't know if you can see in the grass. So beautiful. So you can stay in Shavasana, or if you're ready, just slowly roll over onto one side. And I'm rolling over onto my left side. Deep breath. And then come on up to seated. Thank you so much for joining me. Affirmations are so powerful. So carry these with you throughout this moon cycle and beyond. Journaling is a great way to capture those affirmations and just go back and revisit them. You'll learn a lot doing so. So until next time, may the new moon, beautiful beginning energies be with you. And may your intentions come true. Namaste.